this week I am caking back to school mini snack cakes. I know that when I was in school, I couldn't wait to see what treat was in my lunchbox. That's the highlight of my lunch. And if I didn't get the one I wanted, then I'd want to trade with my friends and you'd see who got a better treat.
I have a honey bun, cosmic brownies.
Well, my mom is a cake decorator, so wait till you see my treat. She made me an entire cake out of passion flakies.
Do you want to trade?
Yeah, what do you have? So I'm gonna take those treats and turn them into mini cakes. So I've baked 10 cakes. 4 of them are vanilla, 4 of them are chocolate, and 2 of them are vanilla spice. I feel very weird with painted nails. This is very teacher-like though. Are we taking notes? Are you writing this down? There will be a test. So I'm gonna level my cakes, and I'm also gonna remove the caramelization from the vanilla and spice cakes on the bottom. I'm gonna leave the caramelization on the sides of my spice cakes because the honey buns that I'm using, I gave away a snack cake. But anyway, they're very caramelized, so I'm okay with it. On my vanilla cakes, I'm simply gonna use my fingers to gently wipe away the caramelization. This often works when I bake small cakes. Now it's time to layer my cakes into 2 layers each. Okay, class, what is the next step in the process?
Eat them.
No, Cody, we are several steps away from eating them.
You have to simple syrup them.
Very good. And what do I use to simple syrup?
Sir squeeze.
Sir squeeze a lot.
A lot.
In class, we use the proper name. So I'm gonna simple syrup these cakes and let the syrup, what class?
Soak in.
Very good, Cody's awake now. Excellent, excellent. Orhan?
Yeah.
After class, you will be washing rulers. I'm making 5 different cakes, each featuring a different lunchtime snack. And not only am I gonna put the lunchtime snack inside the cake, but I'm gonna make the whole cake taste like that lunchtime snack. I think I'm gonna start with the honey bun cake. My honey bun cake is going to feature honey buns, my spiced vanilla cake, and then I'm gonna make a honey cinnamon buttercream. For the honey cinnamon buttercream, I'm just gonna flavor Italian Meringue Buttercream with honey and cinnamon until I like the way it tastes. So can we get a picture of this? It looks beautiful. There's buttercream, there's honey, there's cinnamon. Maybe take the lens cap off the camera. That would be good. Thank you.
Yeah. Cody, do you want to take this from me?
You can't rely on Cody all through this year. I remember you saying, I'll just use the other camera and snap pictures as we go.
So this is what goes on when Cody's taking pictures. Go on the weights.
Can I actually have your hand in there?
Yep.
Just as if you're supposed to.
Yes, with my painted nails. Look at me, I'm a teacher this week. I'm using vanilla cakes with a spice mix marbled inside and nestle these honey buns inside the cake.
You made an infinity sign.
Honey buns forever. Ooh, yes. I don't know if I should go another layer. It might be too high. Like by the time I put in more honey buns. Okay, the class agrees. I'm not gonna add the 4th layer of cake because we've got to keep in mind the decoration afterward. I'm crumb coating my honey bun cake with more of my honey cinnamon buttercream. Orhan, can you get the fridge door?
Yes,
Can you be
I
the
can.
fridge assistant, please?
Yes, I can.
Okay, you can stay. You can stay in class. This was my favorite lunchtime treat. It's called a passion flaky. Passion flaky. Where are you guys from and what is your favorite lunchtime treat? Please leave a comment below and maybe I'll cake it. Every passion flaky features puff pastry, cream, and then a triple berry jam inside. So I want to mimic this in my cake. Of course, I'm using Italian Meringue Buttercream for the cream, and then I'm using some berry jam for the jam. The pastry is already in the passion flaky. Anytime I'm using a softer filling like jam or caramel, I like to pipe a fence first. We don't want it to run out of the cake. We want it to stay in the cake. Please take notes about piping fences. Orhan, is that your phone? Now it's time to crumb coat this passion flaky cake with Italian Meringue Buttercream. Okay,
Alright.
passion flaky. Girl, do you know what the next snack cake is? It's a caramel. Are you ready for this? There it is, look at it. Oh yeah, girl. It's like a smile, because you make me smile. You know they had to name it after you because you're so special. I always smile when there's caramel. For this cake, I'm using vanilla.
Excuse me. You say I'm your student?
You are in charge of that. You're the fridge assistant today. For this cake, I am using vanilla cake, chocolate buttercream. I'm gonna cut these up, girl, and put them in the cake because you're the star. And then in between where I have any spaces, I'm gonna push in little mini marshmallows, and then I'm gonna drizzle the whole thing with caramel, girl. And to hold all this goodness in my cake, I'm gonna pipe a fence of chocolate buttercream. Aw, caramel. You know I'm gonna crumb coat you in some chocolate buttercream.
Why can't you crumb coat it with caramel?
That won't work.
You could do like a shish kebab of cake and just dip it into caramel.
No, the cake would fall apart because caramel is just so, what's the word? Don't you ever talk down to my caramel. The next mini snack cake is based on whippets. So inside this cake, I'm using chocolate cake, vanilla buttercream, and then I'm gonna cut these whippets and place them all around. And then I'm gonna chop up some digestive cookies because it reminds me of the cookie at the bottom. Sprinkle them on, dollop on some jam. Oh yes, Orhan, I did pipe a fence. I piped a fence of ganache to keep everything in the cake. I'm crumb coating my whippet cake with more chocolate ganache. See that? See the cookie, the jam, the marshmallow?
That looks delicious.
It's like a little bonbon.
Can I have one?
Now go sit down. Thank you. For my fifth cake, I'm basing it on this cosmic brownie. So it's a lovely brownie with chocolate glaze and colorful chocolate chips on top. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna color some buttercream, maybe yellow and pink and orange to fill my cake. And that way when I cut it open, we'll see the difference between the cake and the brownies. Now that my buttercream is colored, I'm ready to stack this cake. So I have a layer of chocolate cake on the bottom, and now I'm gonna pipe a fence of chocolate ganache, and then I'm gonna spread in my orange buttercream. Now I'm cutting my brownies in half and then in half diagonally so I have lovely triangles, and I'm gonna arrange them in my cake and fill in all the spaces between with my colorful chocolate chips. I feel the need to tell the class that the colored buttercream was Orhan's idea,
Thank you.
but you still have a lot of work to do.
Why do you need trees?
Do you know as I started piping, it was exactly what I thought? That's an excellent question. Because when we started, each cake was gonna have 4 layers of cake, and I didn't get that out of my head. And now you're like the brainiac student who's pointed out the teacher's flaw.
Yep.
What do I do, guys? I think I'm gonna take pink out. I could use pink on the outside when I decorate the top.
Yeah.
And then nobody has to be left out. So I'm gonna put yellow inside. Thank you, student.
I approve, teacher.
He only pays attention when I make mistakes. I'm crumb coating this cosmic brownie cake with chocolate ganache. You can use what's left over from the fence, and if you need a little more, just get another dollop.
Why is it called cosmic?
I don't know. It's not that cosmic. Like, why aren't these shaped like stars or something? Like, what's cosmic about this? All of my cakes have been crumb coated and the crumb coat is chilled. So now it's time to ice each one of them with the same thing that I crumb coated it. I should not be telling you guys this anymore. You should know this. This is the problem. You know, you go on vacation, you get a tan, you dye your hair, you paint your nails, you come back and your students are lost without you. No respect. I need a coffee break. We're almost ready to decorate these cakes, but there's one more thing I need to do. I want to make a chocolate glaze so that I can glaze my whippet cake just like a whippet is glazed. I also just like making chocolate glaze. So all that it is dark chocolate, butter, and a little bit of corn syrup. And then we're gonna put all 3 ingredients in a bowl, microwave it, and stir it together. And you need your cake to be really chilled before you pour the warm glaze on it. And I'm gonna pour my chocolate glaze right in the center and allow it to flow all the way down. I have a small offset spatula on hand in case I need to help it. But with a glaze, we just want like one perfect coating.
So pretty.
Are you wishing you were this cake?
Yes, I am.
Well, you're not. Okay, class, I hope you had a great lunch. I hope you feel nourished because now we're gonna decorate these mini snack cakes. This is my favorite part. Just like mega cakes, I don't really know how I'm gonna decorate these. All I know is what I want on top, but I try to be sort of free and just go with the flow. This is the art portion of the class. The first cake I'm gonna work on is the passion flaky. Passion flaky. Now we are not teacher and students. We're all just artists.
This little thing?
I saw it, Orhan. Thank you. So now I think I want to top each one of these with a raspberry, just because raspberries are so pretty. And now I'm going to slice some strawberries and put them on. I think I've got to find the berries. Ooh, I'm liking this.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Should I teeter one on top? No, it won't last. Okay, so now I'm gonna add some flakies down around the bottom, okay? And now I'm gonna put some berries down there.
Good, can we get a shot of this being pushed in?
Oh God. Girl, you know the next cake I'm gonna make is caramel. I should have decorated you first because you're so special. So I'm gonna top this cake with the caramel snack cakes. Some caramel, some marshmallows.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna fall off on the side of you.
Thank you. Marshmallows. It's time for the cosmic brownie cake. So on top of this, I'm putting cosmic brownies, some of these colorful chocolate chips, and then I'm gonna pipe on the pink buttercream that I made by accident. It was a good accident. Yeah, I'm gonna do something abstract. I'm gonna try and be very abstract. Class, are you still with me? You're fading. Hello? So we're gonna move on to the honey bun cake. And there's nothing I like more than a pile of donuts. So I'm gonna put a pile of donuts on top of this. And then I'm gonna pipe a little more of my honey cinnamon buttercream and splatter. I'm gonna get very artistic. I'm gonna splatter honey and sprinkle cinnamon. Oh, it melted the buttercream. You know what's funny? This is the one I want to eat the most.
Oh, yeah, it's probably going to be more delicious.
Yep. It's time to decorate the whippet cake. The glaze is completely cool, just like a whippet. And I'm gonna top this cake with whippets, some cookies, some fresh strawberries, and I'll use a little more of my glaze as glue if I need it. These cakes are looking pretty good, but I want to remind you that our Bake to School bundle is still on sale. Don't be like Orhan. Show up to class ready to learn, ready to bake. Also, I know you guys really like our classic How to Cake It teas. So we decided to put them back on sale just for you. They're available again at howtocakeit.com. You can pick them up right now, and it's perfect for the school year. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week. And in the meantime, if you want more back to school cakes, check them out right here.